Hey, hey, happy Monday. Do you have today off? Today is President's Day here in February 16th. Yesterday was billing for the friends who know me, even for the friends who don't. I think I've talked about it a few times before. My husband waits probably not probably. My husband waits till the day of billing. He's self-employed. We have to bill the state, and he waits till the day of, either the 15th or the 31st or the 30th or the 28th of the month, the last day of the month, to give me the billing. And then, it's not 100%. It's not that it's not accurate. It's just not 100% done, and it takes some tweaking, and I just get aggravated. It's just one of my vices, I guess. Well, regardless, so there's a car coming down the street with its lights on, like, bright lights here. I don't know what he's doing, but move over, Bubba. Anyway, so did y'all have a nice weekend? So I'm working today. We don't get a lot of holidays in my company. We really don't. We get like the major federal holidays. Even though President's Day, I believe, is a federal holiday, we don't get today. But you know me, I'd rather be working. Some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you have to work. Well, I would rather work. Sometimes after a long weekend, I welcome Monday. And it's going to be dead. Our guys out working, so they don't have to work. I mean, actually, a couple of the unions that we are involved with, they don't have President's Day off as a holiday. However, if the job that they're working at has the holiday, then of course they don't work. So I know that's the case for one job, and I'm sure for the other one because it's military. So I don't mind going to work. Don't feel bad for me because I have to work on the holiday, because sometimes going to work and entertaining myself is better than entertaining a family. Although I'll tell you, Grace and I went out yesterday because Gary had to do billing, and it was going to take him a couple hours. And that's, again, the aggravation is that he gives it to me at the last second. But the other aggravation is that then he takes away time from Grace, even spending one-on-one with her. And I do it, and I can't stay at home and spend one-on-one time with her because she just wants to stay in her bed or our bed and play with the phones. And then she wants me to lay with her, and I have things to do at home. I can't just lay with her. That aside. Okay, so Grace and I went to the dollar store yesterday, and she did so freaking awesome. I got a cart, and she pushed the cart. The cart is really, the stroller cart, is really like level with her. So it's a really good cart. It's not, it's not tall. It's really level with her. So we just walked around the whole store. She did so well. She really did. She pushed the cart, and then I pushed the cart behind her. She did freaking amazing. So we just walked around the store, and then she'd get a bag of chips, and I said, okay, put it in the cart, and then she put it in the cart, and then I got something, I said, okay, can you put this in the cart? She put it in the cart. She did really a good job. And then when we went up to the register, she put everything on the belt, and then I pushed the cart away, and then, she held on to the, she can stand on her own for a couple of seconds. And I know she's practicing that task at school, and I've seen a video, so she can, like, they stand behind her, they let go, and she walks maybe, 3 to 5 steps, and then she has to get her balance, and then goes again. So she's doing it. She's doing a good job, and it's, this close, like everything else of her walking by herself, but she does a really good job, So, then I had a bag to carry from the store to the car, which we did park in handicap, so we were close. I just held her hand and we just went on our merry way. She did a good job. Anyways, regardless, that's what I want to say. She did a really good job, and it was nice spending that time with her. I spent some quality time with her Saturday morning as well, so it was good. We got a new person, came over last night. I had met her one day last week, and then she came over to meet Grace on Saturday. So then she came over last night and did the routine. I had to show her, Gary had to show her, because there was miscommunication between the other person and myself, and that's okay. You know, it is what it is. You know, I don't falter anyone who, wants to spend more time with their spouse or, wants to do other work. I mean, honesty is the best answer. Just tell me honestly. Honestly. I really don't care. If you want to spend more time with your spouse, please, you're young. They're both young. I mean, more power to you, right? I don't care. All right. Anyway, all right. So I'm off to work. Off to work we go. I did a lot of minutes, like, in the last couple weeks. There are still, like, 2 or 3 outstanding minutes I have to do, but they're not even on the site yet, so they're on YouTube. They get uploaded to YouTube. As you know, or you don't know, I've been listening a lot and watching a lot of YouTube videos on Damon Darling. Check him out. He is so funny and he's so humble. So if you get a chance and you go into the deep dive of YouTube, Damon, D-A-M-O-N, Darling, D-A-R-L-I-N-G, you won't regret it. He's just a really funny dude. And I actually looked him up and got tickets for me and some friends to go to the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island in March. So I'm really excited to see him live, I really like him. He's so funny. I watched video after video. My husband's like, are you watching him again? Yes, Gary, because you know what? He's funny and he's humble and he helps people, and that's what I say, right? We want to be intentional with our money. Let's be intentional by helping others when we can. I'm not saying don't pay your mortgage payment and then go and help somebody, but if you can, you can. That's one thing I've already, sometimes I kind of help certain people in my life a little bit too much, and then they start taking or expecting it, and I've kind of like slimmed down that a bit this year in 26. I mean, I can help the next guy, as much as they can help me, right? It's that old, if you don't contact me, I won't contact you, but I can send a text to somebody as much as somebody can send a text to me. If I'm thinking about somebody, I haven't seen a friend of mine that lives right around the street, right around the next corner, in a long time. And he's a really good friend of ours. I used to know him through when I worked for the town. But he's been over to our house for parties and for Grace's birthday party and everything. And so when Grace and I were at the dollar store yesterday, they have all their Valentine's Day chocolates 50% off. So we went and we brought him a little Valentine. It's like 3 pieces of chocolate in a heart. Big deal, right? But it's the thought. And I went and I threw it on his front porch because I miss him. We haven't seen him in so long. And he literally lives, around the corner. But, in the winter, you don't tend to see too many people that you want to see just because, I know me, I'm cold and I want to stay home. And the older I get, the older I get, the more I want to stay home. Alright, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Probably be to work at around till about 3. And then I am going to Zumba tonight. As long as they're having it. I'm sure they are, because to them, a holiday, big deal, But I am going to go to Zumba, and I'm going to try to go, for the next few Mondays. And I need to get a new pass for the weeks to come. Okie dokie, Smokies. Thanks for stopping by on a Monday. Happy holiday if you have a holiday today. If you're working, good for you. It'll probably be quiet anyways. And enjoy your Monday. Have a good week. Bye now.